Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I am here with a very interesting guest, Mr. Balachandra Badan, Executive Director, Jinabakul Forge Private Limited. Good evening, Balachandra ji, and
Good
thank
evening.
you for having us at your, beautiful facility here in Belgavi.
Welcome, sir.
And to start our discussion, Jinabakul Forge Private Limited was incorporated in the year 1982 by four promoters with diverse expertise. Can you provide insight into the founding vision of the company since its inception and the journey?
Sure. Now, Jinabakul as a name, if you see, uh, includes the four founding members of the company, four pillars. That is Mr. Jinagowda. We have two Jinagowdas, Mr. Badan and Mr. Kelgiri. That is how the name Jinabakul came into existence. These were four friends who converged at one place, Belgaum, and thought of starting a company. Mr. Badan was expert in forging area. Mr. Chintamani Gowda was expert in civil as well as administration. Mr. Gopal Jingada was expert in marketing, and Mr. Calgary was a very good. He had very good purchasing knowledge.
Okay.
So these all four ingredients are very critical to form a company or to run a business.
Yes.
So these four expert people thought of starting a forging company in Belgaum. Belgaum, why they choose Belgaum is because Belgaum is exactly center distance between Mumbai and Bangalore.
Correct.
Logistically, it made more sense to start a business here because of its connectivity. Uh, Initially, when the company was started in 1982 with one forging line with around 100 tons per month capacity, though they didn't utilize it then because it was a startup. Over the years, we grew, and today we have 10 forging lines with a monthly capacity of 3,000 tons per
Okay.
month.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess with all the hard work or with all the ethical practices what our senior generation taught us, we are second generation entrepreneurs like me. I have my co-directors, Mr. Kiranjan Gowda, Mr. Santosh Kelgiri. We all three grew up as friends. So more of a friendship relationship is there than professional relationship between us, which is keeping our company really strong. So that is one of the key ingredients for our company, which is sustained all these recessions over the years, and we are still growing strong.
Correct. So people say family bonding is very much essential. So it's good to see the second generation is also together, and with the same spirit they are making sure the company
Yes.
goes up. And to continue on this, what about the third generation? Your kids joining the company. I know manufacturing is, everybody says it's non-glamorous job. And
Yes.
what made motivated you people to join the business first, and secondly, how will you, what lucrative option you will give, or the option will be open for everyone, whoever likes they can come and join the company.
Now, what motivated us is, see, our parents started this company, and we have seen them struggle during the initial days, and we were too young.
Okay.
Yeah, the probably the technical knowledge or the technical know-how was in our blood only, which made us move towards engineering itself.
Okay.
And once we completed our engineering, we really thought of working elsewhere and gaining some expertise there or experience there. But unfortunately, during that time, we had a lot of manpower or good technical staff issues. So we were we were forced to join the company though. But all three of us joined the company as a entry level supervisor,
Okay.
and we have been groomed in such a way through all the department. And now I guess in 2018 we were handed over the baton to take
Lead.
this company further.
Okay. And what
And
about the third generation?
third generation, yes, we have our children who are now pursuing technical education already, all three of us. Uh, the option is left to them. See, over the years, if we see a family run business, the controlling power or the promoter's value starts decreasing due to non-availability of sustainable management.
Yes.
So we have been very open in making this company more professional.
Okay.
So we have also a CEO, hired a CEO since 2014,
Okay.
and he has been very professional enough in even guiding us to
Okay.
make our whole setup more professional, so that we hire more professionals later on.
Okay.
The third generation, definitely, if they join, will be a boost, but if they do not join, may not affect the company because it would already be a very professionally run
Okay.
company.
Okay. So I can say you are working on the processes so that the company goes on and on and on. So you're
Yes,
working on the
yes.
processes. And sir, can you elaborate on the significance of bearing races in the automotive and industrial sectors, and how Jinabakul Forge Private Limited expertise contribute to the reliability and performance of these components?
See, the company was started, or we started making bearing rings with one punchline, that nothing except man and animal moves without bearing.
Ah,
So the scope is enormous.
okay.
If we see anything, a fan requires bearing. The
Yes.
vehicle which you drove down to our office requires bearing.
Correct.
So, considering this, probably our seniors thought of this line as a more sustainable line.
Mhm.
And that is how we started making bearings.
Correct.
Bearing is a critical component, because
Yes.
it is a life critical component in auto sector too,
Yes.
especially wheel bearings.
We can say somewhere where between heart and liver.
Right. So what happens is, we started with a small component though, probably a non-critical one, because we had just started during the early days of Jinabakul.
Mhm.
But over the years, we gained expertise in manufacturing technology, in making one of the cleanest, using cleanest steel,
Okay.
making components which suited our customers' critical applications too.
Correct.
And that is how customers also gained more confidence in us, and then they started giving us more critical components to develop.
Mhm.
And today I am proud to say that we are making one of the most critical component in an automobile is a wheel bearing.
Oh.
So it is a new generation bearing. We have been doing their older generation also, but
Mhm.
now we have also invested and gained expertise in new generation bearing, which is called a hub generation 3 bearing.
Okay.
So that is how probably even our customers are gaining more confidence in us, and giving us more and more scope to supply them.
Okay.
Not only Indian customers but multinational customers. We have been exporting since 2003,
Okay.
2004,
Okay.
and if I see currently around 45% of our produce is exported to
Ah.
Europe, South
Okay.
America, Southeast Asia.
Okay. And so, what is the employee strength of your company? Just to my understanding.
We have currently around 1,000
Okay.
2,200
Okay.
employees working in our group companies. We have three forging companies and one CNC turning plant.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Thanks for letting us know. And sir, how do you maintain consistency and accuracy in the manufacturing process of TRB races, THU races, DGBB races, and different other CRB rings?
see, in an auto sector, the basic requirements are IATF 16949, ISO 14001, and as well as ISO 45001 and ISO 50000. These are all some system requirements which makes our internal system very robust, very customer oriented.
Yes.
So, along with that, we have, as I told you, we have a very good, dedicated, disciplined manpower.
Okay.
As I told you, our systems are robust. We
Yes.
have a very good R&D center
Correct.
where most of the critical products are simulated on a software, and then we put it on trials, and then give the best solution to our customers.
Mhm.
We are a very cost sensitive company, so
Mhm.
we have the right inputs
Okay.
calculated, so that there is very least amount of wastages,
Mhm.
which makes us, of course, more competitive in the global market.
Okay.
So that is probably why, again, we are
Okay.
growing.
And sir, what is your current capacity of your company in terms of forging production? And is there any plan of enhancement of manufacturing capabilities in the near future?
Currently, we have an installed capacity of 3,000 tons per month,
Okay.
and which is around, we have been utilizing almost 85 to 90% of that capacity.
Okay.
Apart from that, yes, we are expanding. We have already built a factory around 60 kilometers from this place in a proper industrial area.
Mm-hmm.
It is spread across 15 acres. Right now, in the first phase, we have one building ready,
Mm-hmm.
and we are adding machines there too. We are adding more value added services like heat treatment also to our customers.
Mm-hmm.
All this is close to around 50 crores.
Okay.
We have invested. 75% of the investments have already been done.
Mm-hmm.
So probably going forward, we will be in another 6 to 8 months down the line. We will add another 1,000 tons per month capacity.
Okay.
So it will be totally 4,000 tons per month
Okay.
capacity.
And sir, quality is something which is very important in manufacturing, and for you, in your case, it's double because you are catering to global market where
Yes,
precision and quality is people needs.
uncompromised.
Yeah, then you top notch. So can you share any example of in which your quality management has turned into a customer satisfaction? Any example where you worked on a product and your client was happy?
I probably while coming up to our office, you would have seen quite a number of awards which we have
Yes.
got for quality,
Yes.
innovation,
Yes.
sustainability, deliveries.
Yes.
So yes, for sure, our systems are robust. As I
Mhm.
told you,
Mhm.
we have a very disciplined staff.
Mhm.
We have a very religious staff,
Okay.
and our internal controls are monitored on a monthly basis by top management.
Mhm.
So all these have converged into customer satisfaction, and the awards themselves speak about
Correct.
our consistent supplies to our
Correct.
customers. Not only we have received awards from Indian companies, but from global
Global.
companies like SKF, who
Okay.
is world leader.
Yes.
SKF Schaeffler.
Yes.
Schaeffler was earlier known as FAG, fag bearing.
Yes. Yes.
So they have been awarding us on our supplies too.
Okay. And I would like to add one thing from my side. The awards which you have won are being, strategically placed in your office where it is visible. I want to say, your marketing sense is very, good. Whoever enters your office looks in his right and he can, I also did the same. I went closer to all the awards and saw all those companies' name. So,
Yeah,
many congratulations on winning all
thank
those awards. And sir, how does your company envision positioning itself as a world class forging company? And what are the different initiatives you are taking to achieve that vision?
See, forging historically has been more labor
Okay,
oriented.
okay,
Over the years, a lot of development has happened, and we are a conventional forging company.
correct.
So, to be ahead in the competition, we need to put a lot of efforts. Manpower is a constraint, so we have been thinking of automation lately.
Okay.
In the first step, we have already invested in a automatic inspection of our products.
Mhm.
Going further, we are in discussion with automation of forging processes, robotics in forging, as well as CNC turning. So these will give us a edge and less manpower dependent. And our machines are good, so probably the accuracy levels will be maintained. These will give us edge over others, I
Okay.
guess, in the global scenario.
Okay, and sir, I would take this leverage of getting time from you. Couple of questions from my side because I don't want to leave you. So startup is something which is itself is very tough, and plan. But when it comes to manufacturing, it's a capital in,
Yeah.
intensive market. So the people, what is your message or key learnings? What you have added because you have taken Jinabakul to the next level with all your other partners. So what are were key learnings when you were involved? Because for you everything was new and you have to move the company to the next level. So what are your key learnings and through that what do you want to message to the startup community who want to do something in manufacturing that this sort of boxes has to be ticked to be
Okay.
successful.
See, as I told you, we are second generation entrepreneurs.
Okay.
The major hurdle comes to first generation entrepreneurs,
Okay.
because maybe our parents had a lot of hurdles which they stabilized the company, and now after the company was stable, we took the baton. Yeah, there are certain challenges in startups, especially manufacturing. As you said, it is capital intensive, so we need to have a lot of patience for the whole return on investment cycle starts. Secondly, yeah, our learning as a second generation entrepreneur is we were trained from basic manufacturing process to managerial skills
Okay.
by our parents, strategically placed every year. We were moved in the various departments, and that is how we gained expertise there. uh, Hard work definitely
Okay.
pays off. So
Okay.
all of us have been, initial days at least, we have been working more than 10 to 12 hours a day. And I remember Kiran, whenever there was a customer complaint, he would get a call at 4 o'clock, and 5 o'clock he was off.
Okay.
So that responsiveness
Okay.
probably is also critical
Okay.
in during initial stage of startups, because customer expects quick responses.
Correct.
And yeah, patience.
Okay.
These are the
So one supplement question I want to add, like you were transferred into the different departments, and when we study also, some subjects we like, some subjects we hate.
yes.
So for you, which is the one department you loved, your whole heart and soul was there, and which is the particular department you want, it would not, you were there, but you wanted to get it of
See,
shifted to different department.
I agree with that. But what happens is, when you know this is your company,
Okay.
you start loving each department.
Ah,
Right. Yeah. Initial during our engineering times, yes, there were certain subjects which we
correct.
didn't like. There were certain subjects which we liked.
Correct.
But once we joined Jinabakul,
Uh-huh.
then we saw the practical applications of our theories there.
Okay.
And that is what made us more inquisitive, and we started
Okay.
relearning engineering during our work time, and
Correct.
which we started loving it eventually.
Correct. So in the language of sports, you said आपने चौका मार दिया. You skipped, very effectively. My last question, because we are here in Belgavi, and I'm here in Belgavi from last days and meeting different companies. What is the secret sauce or secret mantra for founders here in Belgavi, that most of the companies are successful, growing, thriving, and Belgavi being the second largest taxpayer
Right.
after Bangalore. So, how do you see, what are the factors which is helping Belgavi to grow? And secondly, I see most of the companies are into export. So, Atmanirbhar Bharat, what our honorable Prime Minister says, so is truly lived here in this city. So, can you tell us more about the city, the culture, and how it is helping the business fraternity to keep growing?
Okay. See, I was not born here, but my initial schooling was done here. So
Okay.
I know a lot about this culture. See, Belgaum historically has been very entrepreneurial in nature. If you go back about the industries, we had Kirloskars here, we have Pusarkars here, and Chitnesses here. Probably you have interviewed a
Yes.
few of those companies too. So the hydraulics
Yes.
developed in, I mean, it was very congenial for developing such companies in Belgium. Probably the inherent quality of learning or doing something in the blood of Belgamkars has been there. And there are a lot of foundries also. If you have seen,
Yes.
Belgaum
Yes.
once had most number of foundries, and today, and back then, foundry was like a cottage industry in Belgaum.
Yes.
You go every nook and corner, you could find a cupola, and people were pouring and making a casting out of it.
Okay.
So eventually, those best practices brewed later as people grew up. Then few industries probably saw Belgaum as a good manufacturing hub, and they started giving orders to Belgavi Industries. And that is how probably everybody gained expertise in their own field, and Belgaum grew to what it is today. Yeah, exports from Belgaum has been quite substantial. Basically, Belgaum has one of the largest foundries in India, probably I would put in Asia also maybe. And hydraulics in Belgaum is quite notable by most of the OEMs too.
Okay.
Forging, yeah, we are the only forging persons in Belgaum due to our parents converging here. But yeah, it has been very congenial in terms of manpower availability, skill availability, and the climate basically is
Yes.
quite better, though globally global warming is taking place and everywhere the temperatures are rising. Equally, Belgaum it is rising, but still better.
Yes.
The culture is good. We have Kannada speaking crowd, Marathi speaking crowd, Hindi or English. So there are a lot of educational institutions in
Yes.
Belgaum which are giving out good engineers, good doctors, lawyers, pharmacists. So all this is making Belgaum a very good knowledgeable city, I think so. And I wish big OEMs also set up their plants in Belgaum so that there will be more tier 2, tier 3 suppliers like us who can start supplying to those, because logistics is one area which will probably be a major measure, in the sense one of the component
Yes.
where customers will see on cost
Correct.
factor. So the
Correct.
closer the OEMs are, the
Correct.
better.
Correct. And lastly, I know, lastly, any CSR activities what you are doing?
Yes, we have been doing a lot of CSR activities since inception, not
Okay.
only since
Okay.
it was mandatory by the
Okay.
government, but probably since day one, our senior level management were involved in a lot of activities. We have also started a school where
Okay.
I guess it is until 12th standard, and around 2000 children already are learning there.
Okay.
Apart from that, we have been recently we have also tied up with a foundation to increase the groundwater level, water recharge.
Okay.
So we have been doing substantially in those fields also.
Okay. So water and education, these are the two key initiative, which Jinabakul is keen to, put all the dollars into in the CSR. Good to know,
Dollars in
sir.
the sense we have to give back to the
Correct.
society. We
Correct.
are a society, so we
Correct.
have to give back.
Correct.
So that is
Thank you,
yeah.
Balachandra ji. It was, great, talking to you. I have
Thank
one
you.
question that I will ask, once I am, done with my interview, and it was great meeting you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
very much.